Here. What up, what up, what up, what up? Let me go get something to drink. Y'all see the title. We talking about Hulkamania, RIP Hulk Hogan. We lost a legend in the pro wrestling industry yesterday, the Hulkster, Hulkamaniac, Hollywood. Hogan has transitioned to the other side. We're going to talk about Cam Newton versus Jalen Hurts, Ryan Clark. And we're going to talk about this craziness that happened with Glorilla. So as I take a sip from my cup, let's start off with Glorilla. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to start off with her first. Now, this shit is so crazy, right? Because you would think like if you call the police, in your mind, you would think that they would come and help you. I know a lot of people out there, you know, when you black, you don't really trust the police at all. Not everybody, some black people actually trust the police. I know, according to people, contrary to popular opinion, that's the phrase I was looking for. Contrary to popular opinion, there are black people who like the police. Everybody not fuck the police, fuck 12. Everybody's not like that. But how crazy is it that somebody's burglarizing your home? You call the police, not even you, but your residents, the people. I want to say she said some of her family members were living in a home while she was out probably on tour doing her thing. You call the police because somebody is burglarizing your home, stealing your jewelry, stealing your clothes, stealing your valuables. And instead of going after the people who broke into your home, they arrest you because you had a couple, I don't know, maybe she had 2-3 pounds of weed, who knows, but like they found some weed and then now they calling for her, it was a warrant out for her arrest. That didn't make sense. Like, you know what? I feel like that's unfair to a certain extent. Now, I feel like unless the police calls you to come out there and then you find that, like a dead body or something, the police should not be able to just come take you to jail when they were originally there. When they were originally there to handle a burglary. So you call the police. Alexandria, what's going on? You're there to call the police, and then the police find your weed, and then they come take you to jail after somebody broke into your house. Somebody got to explain that shit to me. Explain that. What up, Emma? Explain that to me. How do you go to jail because you called the police because someone broke into your home and they found your weed, but you only called? That's like right now somebody break into my crib. I'm like, 911, somebody broke into my house, and then they found like a zip of weed under the table. I'm like, oh, well, Rich, you got to go to jail. What? What up, Samuel? What up? Hola, como esta? What? That just didn't make sense to me. That didn't make sense to me. So I hope Glorilla get that handled. You know what I'm saying? I see why y'all smoke weed. I see why people don't like the police, because that was kind of low down how they did. Like, and I wondered like if they came in like, not yet, we're here because we got calls for a burglary. Then they had the dog sniff. The dog found some weed. Like, so what do we have here? Is this marijuana? And she was out there. If you live in Georgia, she was out there in Forsyth County. She was out there where the white folks at. She's not in the city of Atlanta, because if she was in the city of Atlanta, that shit would have never happened. They wouldn't have just come after her like that. I'm telling y'all, it's because she was out there in Forsyth County. That's the only reason. And they don't, once you get out, like for people who don't know, like once you get out of Atlanta, the police do not play. They on top of everything. And if you black, they do not play, especially if it's someone dealing with some weed. Like in Atlanta, as long as you got less than an ounce, you straight. If you got a pound on, you might be able to fight it. But once you get out of Atlanta, out this democratic city, you go to these red cities, oh yeah, they ain't playing with your ass. They ain't playing with you. They ain't playing with your ass at all. They gonna take you straight to jail. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take your ass straight to jail. But enough of that, man. That was about Glorilla. I gotta talk about the Hulkster. We lost a legend. We lost a legend, man, in the pro wrestling industry. We lost the Hulkster. We lost The Hulkster. We lost the. Hold on, I ain't got the 24-inch pythons. We lost the Hulkster. R.I.P. to Hogan. R.I.P. to Hogan, man. We lost a legend. We lost a legend in the game. Hold on, I'm trying to finish this text. My bad. We lost a legend in the pro wrestling industry. I don't know if y'all are big wrestling fans like myself. I'm a huge wrestling fan. And you know, a lot of people upset right now because you know Hogan died. He said a bunch of racist stuff before he lied. I'm not lied before he died. Excuse me. I keep forgetting that I'm not on TikTok. So we lost Hulk Hogan, a legend. Hulk Hogan is a legend in pro wrestling. I don't give a fuck about nothing what he said in the privacy of his own home. The Hulkster, the one who used to every rope. The Hulkster, he is a legend in the game. I don't care how y'all feel about him. I know a lot of people mad because they like, well, Rich, how can you support Hulk Hogan? And he said the N-word. I'm like, man, so what? Look, that's Terry. Terry said that. Listen, y'all got to learn to separate the artist from the person. I never heard Hulk Hogan, Hulkamaniac, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I never heard him say the N-word ever. Now, Terry, that's a whole nother person. He said that shit. But he also said that in the privacy of his own home. And that's another part where I feel like they kind of playing that against him. It's like, yeah, he said the N-word and all. Terry, not Hulk Hogan. Now, Hulk Hogan told you to eat your vitamins. You know what I'm saying? He was all American. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to the word that he used, that was Terry. That was not Hulk Hogan. Y'all got to understand the difference. Hulk Hogan and Terry, whatever his last name is, I forgot, Balboa. That's not the same. I'm a Hulk Hogan fan. Well, I always, y'all already know my favorite promo. It's not even about Hulk Hogan. It's about my boy Booker T. What he said? Booker T said, "We want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga." Ah, that shit was so funny. Y'all remember when Booker T did that shit, man? Go sit down. Y'all remember when Booker T did that? Oh, that was so funny. That was so funny. That was so funny. Leroy Payne, definitely a white guy. You already know. You probably know that. You know, you could tell. You can always tell like who black and who white behind some of these accounts without even seeing their face. That's the funny part. But I ain't tripping though. It's the internet. It's hard to troll me. Now, when we on TikTok, y'all can troll me because you can't say certain words on TikTok. TikTok will literally ban you for like you can say some shit. You can say, like, they'll ban you for just saying the word racist. You can say, man, Hulk Hogan was a notorious racist. He hate black people, and they will literally ban you for talking like that, which is the crazy part. That's why I come to YouTube and come fuck with my family here on YouTube, man. Make sure anybody that's coming to my live, make sure y'all subscribe to my page. If you're coming to this live, I'm going live damn near every day. I couldn't go live yesterday because yesterday was my poker day. I play poker every Thursday, so Thursday is going to be something. That's not gonna be a good enough day for me because I'm gonna be out at that poker table whooping some ass. But you know how it is. What up? What is it? Sig Mac Lover? Sigma Cat Lover. I said Sig Mac Lover. Sigma Cat Lover. But yeah, I'm like, man. Terry said that nonsense. Terry said the hard N-word. He said all of that in the privacy of his own home. No, and I still give him the benefit of the doubt because if we recorded what people said in the privacy of their own home and used it against them, everybody would look bad. Just on some real shit. They're like, well, how can you vouch for a racist? Blah blah blah. I'm like, I just don't think it's fair because one thing I learned about life, I'm not a big social media person, but one thing I learned about life is people will hop on social media and act like they shit do not stink. That is so annoying. Everybody on social media is perfect. Nobody ever said a cuss word in their life. Nobody ever used a slur ever. They just live this perfect life. They raised their kids. They never ran a red light, never ran a stop sign. Keep the seatbelt on at all times. Don't use swear words. Read the good book. And by the good book, I'm talking about this. Now keep that on me. read the good book every day. They just be sitting up there lying. And I'm like, man, what happened to... That's why I like going live. Cause I said, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. When you come to my live, you going to say, oh, yeah, that boy Rich keep it real. Rich Law going to keep it real at all times. He ain't going to sit up there pump fake for the internet. That is what happens, bro. Everybody get on here and pump fake on the internet. A lot of people happy Hulk Hogan dead. I'm not mad that... I'm not happy, sad, or mad that Hulk Hogan is dead. I'm not happy, sad, or mad that people talking shit on Hulk Hogan's name. Because this is America. And everybody has their opinion, especially according to the internet. So... ain't no reason for me to waste time getting upset at some nonsense. But what makes people mad, though, is more people are angrier at the folks who support Hogan, especially if you black, than the ones that are against it. If somebody be like, man, fuck Hulk Hogan. We smoking on the Hogan pack tonight. I'm like, well, smoke it then. Shit. Hulk Hogan probably in hell looking up. I'm like, he probably looking down from heaven. Who knows? Last time I checked, God forgives all. No, don't make me bring God in it. Y'all love the Bible so much. Last time I checked, the Bible will forgive you for any and everything as long as you truly repent. You are forgiven by the good Christ, the good Lord. So all that shit that they talking, man, I promise you, it don't matter. I had some of my best moments watching wrestling was with Hulk Hogan. You think I'm about to be like, oh, well, fuck Hogan because of some shit he said in the privacy of his own home? I'm like, man, come on. When we gonna start living in reality, dog? If we hold the wrestler's personal life against them, you wouldn't like any wrestler. You wouldn't like any of them. That is how it works. According to the Bible, as long as you repent, your sins are forgiven. According to the Christian Bible, yes, you can't ask for forgiveness at any time. And you can, as long as you live in a life of righteousness, you can get into heaven. Because only God can determine who goes to heaven. A mere mortal like yourself could never decide who go to heaven. You could never decide. God makes that decision. Not a mortal running his mouth on the internet. It don't matter. You're forgiven. You know what I'm saying? So if we sit here and just act like I'm not saying the Hulkster was perfect, but I'm like, who is perfect? It's just right now we're not celebrities, so nobody can just throw our personal business out there. But I guarantee you, if you was in a car and you said a cuss word about somebody or said a slur about somebody, because we know people do it, don't act like you don't do it or you've never done it before, and somebody secretly recorded you and then exposed it to everybody, you would look bad too. You would look bad. You would look terrible. You know what I'm saying? You would look terrible. That's why I'm like, I'm not holding that against the Hulkster, dog. Y'all can't erase my memories. I had too many memories enjoying what Hulk Hogan did in that ring. Hulk Hogan used to, my favorite moment, Hulk Hogan get hit with like a power bomb or something. I don't know if y'all wrestling fans like that. I mean, as y'all can see, I got the ECW hat on. But Hulk Hogan get body slammed to get power bomb. He'll get right back up. And then they'll get the hit Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan get the hulking up. He get the hulking up. That shit used to be so funny, bro. That shit used to be hilarious. There's only one guarantee. None of us will see heaven. I mean, if that's what you think, according to God, people going to heaven. Some people gonna go to hell. Some people gonna go to heaven. But a mere mortal could never determine where a person's gonna go. The only person that determines that is the big man upstairs that goes by the name of God. G-A-W-D. God. Yes. He can, as long as you repent and you pray and you try your best to live a life of righteousness, you can and you will go to heaven, regardless of what you did in your past. If I punch your ass down right now, I can ask for forgiveness and get into heaven's gate. That is a fact. But we just talk about Hogan right now. I don't really want to be talking about the Bible too much. You know what I'm saying? Because I do have that miraculous good book sitting right here. Let me see what I got the bookmark on. On Psalm 7:1. Got the good book right here. You know I keep it on deck. I keep it on deck. I got to keep it on deck at all times. Are you from Niger? Are you gone? I'm from Alabama. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tides. Yeah. But yeah. Rest in peace to the Hulkster. He was an amazing wrestler, and it's so funny because, like, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how deep everybody is into wrestling, but we got to understand a lot of people, especially like if you were born in the 80s on up, you only, well, probably not with the 2000 kids, but if you were born in the 80s and 90s, like you watch Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? Professional wrestling as a whole in the United States is where it is today because of people like Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan. No matter what you feel about them, you cannot take that away from them. Is Vince McMahon an asshole? More than likely he is. I don't know him personally, but based off what people have said about him, he's an asshole. Cool. So what? There's a lot of assholes out here. But professional wrestling, WWE, WWF, WWF is in the position it is today because of Hulk Hogan and because of Vince McMahon. WrestleMania is a staple. It's the biggest pro wrestling event in the fucking world because of Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon. Now, if you got a problem with it, stop watching it. Like Hulk Hogan said, what you gonna do when these Hulkamaniacs run wild on you? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm just saying. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Did you beat white boy in your life ever? I don't know what type of question that is. You gotta ask that better. I don't know what you mean. Did you beat white boy in your life ever? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of question that is. I'm trying to read it, but I don't really know what you asking. I don't know what you asking. If you're new to my live, anybody that's new to my live, make sure you subscribe. We're going live. Welcome to the Rich YouTube family. Welcome to RYF, Rich YouTube family. This is my page. 9A Films belongs to me, Rich Law. Make sure y'all go check out my music right here. This is my EP I dropped early last year called Get Rich or Die Broke. This is one of my albums I dropped last summer called Pimpin' in the Hall of Fame. Make sure you go and stream that on all platforms. All you gotta do is type my name in, Rich Lawd, RICHLAWD. And if you confused if it's me or not, you'll know because you'll see my face and any of my songs. You'll hear me screaming, Rich! Yeah, as long as if you hear me screaming that in a song, that's me. Because I know they got some other Rich Laws out there. I got to get that name off their ass. But if you just confused, go look me up, Rich Law, and then like, is this him? And then when you hear me screaming, Rich, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's him. That's him all day. So make sure y'all go stream that Rich Law on all platforms. You won't miss it because my face on majority of my album covers and single covers. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, this is the YouTube family. This is RYF, the Rich YouTube family. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about politics, I'm talking about sports, and I'm talking about trending topics. Those are the three things we're going to always cover. And I'm going to always cover my music too. And I'm about to get ready to do a podcast tomorrow. I will be doing a podcast tomorrow at what time does that podcast start? At 8. It's not going to be on my platform. It's going to be on another platform out here based in Atlanta called We Fam. So we're going to, I'm going to be on that. So when they drop it, I'll keep y'all updated so y'all baby check that out. See me talk some shit, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can see what I'm really about. I don't want to know. I'm just helping him understand the previous question you asked. That's personal. So yeah, I'm still here doing my thing. But yeah, like, I'm like, bro, I remember, let me tell you, I remember being a kid just watching Hulk Hogan. It used to just be so funny, like, Hulk Hogan catch a tombstone or something. Hulk Hogan get up. He get up. They say, oh, he's hulking up. The announcer, oh, he hulking up. Hulk Hogan's hulking up. Hulk Hogan face get to shake. They punch him. He said, you. Boom, catch him with a punch. Boom, catch him with another punch. Boom, hit him with the leg. Then, you know, Hulk Hogan used to hit that rope. Hulk Hogan come hit the rope. Leg drop. Boo! You be like, oh, shit. Oh, the Hulkster. The Hulkster. You like P. Diddy? I'm not a fan of P. Diddy. I'm a Tupac fan. So since I'm as a Tupac fan, I could never like Diddy. Because Tupac didn't like Diddy. Tupac is my favorite rapper in the whole world. Tupac and Master P. They're my two favorite rappers. Tupac hated Diddy's guts. So I call myself a Tupac stan. As a stan of Tupac, my favorite rapper, dead or alive, he didn't like Diddy. So I don't like Diddy. Yeah, Diddy. Hey, it's so crazy because, like, you know, people, it's so funny how people just pick and choose certain things. I can't be upset. Because I'll pick and choose certain stuff too, but like, folks will just excuse the fact that Diddy was Diddy putting the baby oil on people. Number one. Number two. Like, did you hear some of the claims against him? Have y'all not watched the Vlad interview with one of the escorts, the Punisher, where they said that, where the Punisher said that he would have unprotected sex with Cassie, and then he would remove himself. I don't know which words I can use on YouTube so I don't get banned, but he would relieve himself on Cassie. Y'all know what I mean by relieve himself. He would get out, finish on Cassie, and once he would finish on Cassie, Cassie would rub herself and rub Diddy in his genital fluids. Like, what? What kind of sick motherfucker is that? Oh, boy, you are nasty. You are nasty. That's what Diddy was on, though. Tupac would have never did no shit like that. Tupac would have never did no shit like that. Rub himself down in another man's baby batter. Oh, Diddy was sick right there. See, I can talk like this on YouTube, because on TikTok they'll ban me. That's why I say it's the rich YouTube family right here, dog. I'm talking to y'all and to y'all only, because I know they're not gonna ban me on here. But come on, let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Diddy beat 3 of the charges, but he didn't beat which charge did he beat? He beat the RICO. Was it the trafficking? He beat the trafficking, and then I forget the 2 they kept it with. Was it the escorting? I forgot which charge it was. Let me see. I forgot what charges it was. It's been so long. I'm gonna ask AI, what was Diddy found guilty of? But I'm saying Diddy a sick motherfucker though. Like, that's the cold part about it. Like, what man would do that? He was found guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So basically moving prostitutes across state lines. Even on TikTok, if you say prostitute, they'll ban you. They will literally just snatch your live down. That's why I don't like TikTok. I'm here with the rich YouTube family. RYF, man, we in the building. No, I think Diddy beat Justin Bieber. He could have. But I'm just saying, like, about Diddy, like, and then a lot of people were so happy that that Diddy was found not guilty. I'm like, they trying to hit us with they try to take the black man down and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, get out of here, bro. I'm like, get out of here. We just saw Diddy live on TV kick Cassie in the ass like Hank Hill. Get out of here. Slanging her to the ground. Listen, I know the court is supposed to be the one who make the decision. But once I seen him kick Cassie in her ass, once I seen him grab Cassie by the hair and throw her to the ground, I'm believing everything. You can't convince me otherwise. I know I was talking about Hogan. I'm going to get back to Hogan in a second. But you can't convince me otherwise. Because why? Somebody got to tell me. Because why? Why would you not believe that he did any of the stuff they accusing him of if he could put his hands on a woman? I'm going to just say that. I ain't never beat a woman in my life. I never kicked a woman upside her head. I never kicked her in her ass. I never took a woman, slung her down by the back of the head. I never did none of that stuff ever to a woman. I try, if I'm even in a situation where it can get violent with a woman, I try to step out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just chill, let me get back. Because a woman can't overpower you. Now, if I'm just getting my ass whooped by a woman, then okay, it's a little different. It's a little different. I might have to hit her with one of them. But like, if we just talking about regular, like you get into a heated argument with a woman, or like in Cassie's case, how she tried to walk away. I'm not about to go snatch no woman, throw her to the ground, kick her, and like, come on, dog. Yeah, it was just crazy. It was crazy. And people was ready to make all the excuses in the world for that. Hold on, y'all, I gotta go grab my charger. Hold on. I'm back. I had to go grab my charger. But yeah, man, it's just crazy how Diddy got away with all that, and people were happy and clapping about that. I'm like, man, get out of here, man. You can't fool me. I know he did it. Anything they blame me Diddy of, he did it. You know, he a freak like that. He a freak like that. But yeah, back to the Hulkster, man. Like, yeah, R.I.P. to Hulk Hogan. R.I.P. to the Hulkster. He entertained, and Hulk Hogan entertained families for generations upon generations upon generations. We do know this. We do know this, regardless how y'all feel. Hold on, y'all had to put this on the charger. Regardless of, let me put myself in the background. Yeah, look at that boy right there. Look at that boy right there. So yeah, these my 2 albums. What I'm gonna end up doing. See, I got a bunch of cover arts. So I'm gonna make this whole wall right here just full of all my album cover art. Probably put 1 or 2 here. Probably put some right here. Fill the whole wall up. You know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. Cause see, right now I'm really in my studio. This is where I record all my music. I got my studio equipment behind the camera. So I set it up here. I got my mic over there, speakers there. This will be my wall where it'll just show all my artwork. As y'all can see, I have some good artwork. This is probably my favorite cover art right here. This is my favorite one. But I'm gonna have some more coming in. We're gonna decorate that whole wall. Thank you so much, Sigma Cat Lover. Make sure you, if you're not subscribed to my page, oh, there you go. You subscribe. I said, make sure you subscribe to the page. I'll be here. I'll probably be here tomorrow too, going live. So just if you see me going live, jump on in here. You know, we have a conversation all day. I appreciate it. The rich YouTube fam, RYF. I'm gonna have to get some gifts for y'all. That's what I'm gonna end up doing. I might get y'all some merch. Let y'all see some of this merch I have. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I'll show y'all what I got. Stay right here. So y'all about to get ready to drop some more. I'm really about to get ready to drop some more merch. You know what I'm saying? I gotta finish putting my website back together. And then drop some new merch for y'all. But you know, I don't know if y'all big into like the boxy tees, you know what I'm saying? Streetwear boxy tees. Right now it's hot, so I'm doing the t-shirts right now. We got the Rich Bell, all black tee, you know what I'm saying? Real crispy, looking real good. Heavyweight, it's like one of them heavyweight shirts. Then you got the boxy type tee. I'll show you how it fit. It's this type of fit for anybody wondering, like, what do he mean a boxy tee? It's like this. So y'all can see the fit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you see it's like one of them crop shirts. Feel me? It'll fit you like that though. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It got like a little crop to it. That's for all the folks that's, you know, into the fashion like that. Everybody don't like the crop look, but for those who do like the crop look while the summer going on, while it's still hot, you know, we got the crop tees, then we got the regular tees, and then I got some hoodies too, but it's a little too hot for the hoodies right now. I don't know where y'all at. I'm in Georgia. It's 91 degrees right now. You walking outside in a hoodie, your ass gonna have a heat stroke. But yeah, I got some more good things on the way. Let me put this back right here. Booyah! Booyah! So yeah, man, I got a lot going on. I got a lot going on for y'all. And like I said, I'm about to get ready to do this podcast tomorrow. Let me turn this fan. It's so hot. I gotta turn this fan up some. Good God. I saw you with Donald Trump in the White House. You probably did see me. He invited me up there the other week. I was up there helping get some laws passed. So how do you feel about Hulk Hogan being racist about him not wanting his daughter to date black men? You want to know my honesty? I'll give you my honesty. I could care less because when I was growing up, I was taught not to date white people at all. I remember my grandmama look at my mama dead in her face and said, "Don't you bring no white man in my house." None of my people in my family are marry or date white people. The one time my cousin brought a white woman home, they looked at him like he was fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was always taught to date black, you marry black, and you have black kids. And sometimes the people in my family, they would call white people the racial slurs. They would call them cracker and shit like that. So that's what was said in the privacy of my home when I was growing up from my elders and anybody. They would all say that. So like if I went back home to where I'm from right now, and then they see me with a white girl, what the fuck? Well, black people can't be racist in the United States, Curtis Edwards. So because of historical trauma and just based off of history, a lot of black people don't want you dating white folks. They really don't give a fuck who you date, just as long as it's not a white person. So what Hogan said, I'm one of those people. I believe, honest to God, I'm one of those people. I feel like you should marry your own kind. Now, if you are in an interracial relationship, it ain't doing nothing to me. I ain't mad about it. But if I was in control and I could choose, I would just say everybody should date their own kind. Some people want their kids to look like them. I don't want my kids to look like something else. That's why I want a black woman so I can have some black looking kids. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my preference. If I have a child, I would tell them the same thing. Son or daughter, date black. Don't go get a white person. Date a black person. Keep the family black. I will always say that. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying it. It's just Hulk Hogan got caught up in his home. Remember this now. When Hulk Hogan said this shit, he was in the privacy of his own home. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not saying this for you to agree with me. I'm just telling you how I was raised and how I will raise my family, and I will hope they will continue to raise their family like that. I want my family to be black. You see how black I am? I want black in my family. That is what I want. I don't want nothing else. And I have a right to feel that way. You probably don't like it, and that's up to you. But go talk to majority black people. They are raised that way. They raised that way. You might have some black people, they talk to a white person or talk to a Hispanic, but the vast majority of black people, they're raised to date black. That's why if you pay attention to any of these famous these black athletes and black actors and black rappers, the moment they step out with a white woman, a lot of black women get mad because they're like, why would you go get that white woman? Go get you a black woman. Go build that black family. But, I mean, you're more than likely you might not be black. That's why you're talking like that. You know what I'm saying? White is beautiful. White, pinky. It could be. Black is the ultimate color, though. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I agree, but I'm white and want to stay that way. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with it. Now, did he use some racial slurs? Yes. But to his defense, he was in the privacy of his own home. Hulk Hogan never grabbed the mic. Hulk Hogan ain't never gonna get the mic. Let me grab my mic. Hulk Hogan never got the mic and said, you know what? All my thousands of Hulkamaniacs. I don't want my daughter, Brooke Hogan, talking to a black person. Now what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's racism runs wild on you? He never said no shit like that, bro. Not ever in life. Ever. So I'm always just confused. You know me. I'm just confused at the fake outrage. I noticed the internet, but I'm always just confused at the outrage because that's how we would talk growing up. I grew up in the country. We was always taught not to date nobody white, regardless of how you feel about it. So it's okay to be racist, so as long as people don't hear it, yeah. It's in the privacy of your own home. I can say some racist shit right now, turn the camera off. Fuck you gonna do about it? Nothing. You're not here to do nothing. It's the internet. I could get off live right now. Fuck a cracker. I'm just saying, like, what's the difference? He said that shit in the privacy of his own home. It's not his fault somebody secretly recorded him and decided to broadcast it to the world. I mean, that's you. You probably don't like acting like trash. That's your opinion. And if that's how you feel, I don't have to debate that. You don't feel like that I don't need to act like trash, so that's up to you. I can't be mad at that. That's your personal opinion. Come on, bro. It's okay to like his work, but not off that. I mean, that's your opinion, bro. You can't. I don't know why y'all trying to force me to not like what he said. That's what you do. That never bothered me. He's a white man. Let me tell you something. I don't know who all black in here, but it's obvious y'all not black. Because most black people think white folks are racist anyway. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if I go talk to a random black person and be like, hey, but you think he's racist? More than likely they'll say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no boss, bro. I'm self-employed. My boss couldn't fire. I am my boss. So anybody could screen record this and post it. Who would you call and say, well, Rich Law was on YouTube and he said it. I used to tell my teachers that when some of my teachers would get mad at me, I would say the same thing. Like, man, come on, bro. I went, look, that's how I say I know you're not black, bro. That's all. If as long as he didn't, Hogan, Terry said that shit. If Hulk Hogan hopped on live television and said, that, hey, everybody got every reason to be mad at him. But from my understanding, he was secretly recorded. You know what I'm saying? I think it's bad people in every race. Yeah, it is. Like it would be, we would be dumb to say that there's no bad people in a specific race. White people kill, black people kill, Asian people kill, Hispanic people. As long as you're a human being, the skin don't matter. The fact that you're a human, it shows that you're willing to do. You'll take somebody's life, you'll slap somebody, you'll hurt somebody, you'll cuss somebody out. We all human at the end of the day. I'm just looking at it like that Hulk Hogan stepped to somebody's face, and we saw this on public TV where he called somebody the N-word with a hard ER. He was speaking in privacy. Have y'all not read the ISIS papers by Dr. Frances Wells? And she says that all the time, like a lot of white in private, that's how they talk amongst each other. Like when ain't no black people around. Just saying, y'all, you may not be the ones who talk like that, but a vast majority do. I got a white homeboy. He said that shit all the time. He said like when like white people not around no black people, like yeah, they using the N-word. Like, but when they get around some black people, they not saying that shit because they know they get their fucking head knocked off. I'm just saying. But I didn't know Hogan was that fucked up. I mean, he alright, bro. Like if we look at all these wrestlers' personal lives, we could not be a fan of anybody, bro. Cause it's like, yeah, the color do make you beautiful. Y'all know, like having that dark skin, you know what I'm saying? That's like a delicacy in this world. Kendrick Lamar, hey, you know people, hey, you know what's so funny? I don't know you. This some real talk. One time I was in LA at the airport. I will never forget this. I was chilling on my phone, and this little kid, he was a white kid. Little kid walked up to me. He said, "Excuse me, are you Kendrick Lamar?" I had to bust out laughing. I'm like, hell no, I'm just a regular person sitting down. Like, okay, that's not the first time somebody said I look like Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? But back to Hulk Hogan, like if we look at everyone's personal life, and I can't tell people how to judge somebody else. I can only speak for myself. But if we were to look at every artist, entertainer's personal life, we probably wouldn't like them anyway. A lot of these men and women have cheated on their husbands and wives. They've mistreated their kids. They've mistreated their parents. They've been abusive. They've said things that, you know, might not have shown them in the best light. They've done all type of things. So it's like, at what point, like, what we gonna judge everybody for everything? We all human. It's just these are celebrities, so any of their dirty laundry automatically gets aired to the public versus somebody like you and I. You could have cut somebody off, and somebody could have cut you off in traffic, and you said a slur towards them, but nobody heard it, only you. And if you had somebody in the car, but if somebody secretly recorded you and you said a racial slur or you said a homophobic slur, and then they sent it to your boss when you was in that car, you had road rage, like, that's kind of lame. That's what you said in the privacy of your car. Now, if you say it in front of somebody and then they want to put you on camera and then you get your head knocked off, then hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Do you like Kim Kardashian? It ain't enough for me to like. She's a regular person. I'm Mexican, and I said on some Fat Joe shit, but I do realize there's a spectrum with, yeah, like, bro, I'll just be honest, bro. It just depends on where you live at. Down south, black people like myself, I don't like Mexicans calling me nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play poker with some Mexican homeboys. They don't call me nigga. They just say twin. What's up, twin? What's up, bro? I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you're, well, a lot of times Hispanic people don't realize, and I have to tell folks this all the time. All black people do not like being called nigga, and that's something only a black person would know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to use the word nigga like how we use it, but they think that a lot, like if you 25 and under or 30 and under, you like being called that, but they never had a conversation with somebody who might have been faulted, or maybe somebody in their 30s who was just like, hey bro, I don't like to be called nigga. Your mind just tells you that, but as a black person, I know for a fact every black person doesn't like to be called nigga. They don't like it at all. Some people are offended when some black people are offended when black people refer to themselves or refer to an individual as a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always one of those people where it's like, you know, when I go back home to my family, like I can use nigga, but I don't use nigga around my grandma. I try my best not to, you know, because she understands it, but she really don't like it. Like we used to get whoopings for saying that in the house, like for saying nigga in the house, they couldn't stand that word. But that's something that a black person would know. So like if I brought a Hispanic person to a family cookout or a family gathering and you got around my grandmama and then you were saying nigga, they would ask you to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna look at it as a form of disrespect. So it just depends. It depends.
Motherfuckers hate us because our skin is that. It is, bro. People having black skin, like especially when it's dark, bro. That's always been considered exotic. Always. Always. I don't care what nobody say. A white person can come in here and be like, oh, you look like a monkey, this, blah, blah, blah. Look, at the end of the day, history has shown that dark skin was considered a delicacy. That's why a lot of time when them white girls get them a brother, they get them, that motherfucker be dark. It don't be no red bone, nigga. Be a black, dark skinned person. You know what I'm saying? They enjoy that skin. You know, but I mean, I get it. It's a lot of hatred out there. We all human, so stop holding celebrity. But most people can't. Most people cannot stop idolizing. They're gonna put celebrities on a pedestal and you know, put these ridiculous expectations on them. I've never been a person like that. Everybody's human at the end of the day. Everybody. Only person that can make the decision about your life at the end of the day is God. That's the best thing I can say. Only clowns refer to themselves and others as the N-word. I mean, I guess that's just your opinion. I speak nigga word daily. I am Pakistani, but I say when listening to songs and yeah, but like you can't. I hear what you're saying. You know, I'm pretty sure you probably do that in the comfort of your own home, but it's like you couldn't. I'm gonna just use the example. You couldn't come to a black person's family reunion and talk like that. You couldn't, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't come around a bunch of random black people and talk like that. You have to do it around some people who gave you a pass. But everybody won't give you a pass. So that's kind of like the issue right there. You know what I'm saying? But on the internet, I'm like, I can't beef with somebody on the internet if they saying nigga. It's just the internet. Feel me? What up, just an underscore? Did you ever get beaten up for your color? Hell nah. Man, listen, bro. The way I grew up, white boys would have never even attempted to fight no black person. Then like that shit would have never happened. I had a white boy call me a nigga one time. I beat his ass purple and blue. He went home to his mama. I beat him purple and blue and spit on him. He went home, told his mama what happened, and tried to act like I just beat him up. And then when she found out what happened, she drugged him to my mama's house, knocked on the door, and she made her son apologize for saying that. And she said, don't you ever speak like that to somebody again. She basically told her he deserved what he got. You see what I'm saying? But to get beat up, hell nah, bro. Wouldn't no white person even think to come at no black person at the schools. First off, when I was going to school in Alabama, I went to an all-black school, an all-black, impoverished hood school. We had, the city I live in is predominantly black. So when we had these white boys that rode our bus, they were brothers. There was 2-3 of them. They would get beat up every day they got on the bus. Like no cap. They went to our school for like 2 weeks. No, it was probably like a month. And like when I went to school in the country, like you ain't just ride the bus. Like when you go to school in the city, like elementary's on the bus, middle school's on the bus, high school's on the bus. When I was in the country, it was K through 12 on the bus. So I'm on the bus with 18-year-olds, 17, like at 5 and 6, you on the bus with grown folks already. Man, them boys used to sit in that back seat, them boys used to get their ass whooped all the time. And then they had to leave the school. And then when I moved to Atlanta, I went to a diverse school where we had black, white, and Mexican, but it wasn't a white boy alive who was gonna try a black person on anything. We had hood black people at our school. It wasn't just a bunch of rich motherfuckers. So you would have just, I never, when I went to school, I never seen like a white person bully a black person. I never seen none of this stuff in my life. A white boy would have been scared to even try something because they knew they would have got their ass whooped. They was usually just trying to be cool with us. You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, I ain't never got beat up for my color. Hell no. Hell no. I never even seen nothing like that. What up, DJ? What up? So, you know, and that's just real talk. I ain't saying like I'm some white boy beater. I ain't saying like that. Somebody just asked me a question. I'm just telling the truth. Like, I can close my eyes and remember high school vividly. Like, wasn't no white boy about to ever, like, hell nah. Hell nah. Boy, if a white boy would have, let me tell you something. If a white boy at my school would have tried to beat up a black person or like bully a black, it would have started a race war in the school. We'd have turned that motherfucker, we'd have flipped that motherfucker upside down. It never happened. Like, it never happened. That's all I say. It just never happened. It never happened. Stunner D, what up? What up? 2 a.m. in Virginia. Shout out to, hey, y'all go check Stunner D out. You know, I'm a rapper myself, but I like to show love to the other artists, man. Shout out to Stunner D. Y'all go check Stunner D out. You know what I'm saying? But while y'all check him out, don't forget to go, you know what I'm saying, go check out my EP right here. Type Rich Law, Get Rich or Die Broke. Go check out my album, Pimpin' in the Hall of Fame. Rich Law, Pimpin' in the Hall of Fame. And Rich Law, Get Rich or Die Broke. If you don't know if it's me or not, you'll hear me screaming my ad lib. Rich! I'm screaming it on every song. So you won't know, you won't not know that it's me. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't got no beef with this gangster. Nah, I ain't never been no gangster. It's just like, that type of shit just never happened, but that's all. That type of shit never ever happened. I never seen, Now, Mexicans and blacks, yeah, we used to fight. But Mexican, I never seen Mexican and white people fight, and I never seen black and white people fight at my school. It was just always black and Mexican. And then after a while, after we all got to fight, everybody just kind of got cool, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my music on everywhere, bro. My music is on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon, wherever you get your music from, you'll see it. Like, just type in Rich Law. I know it might be another Rich Law out there, but it's only the real one right here. You're gonna see these. You'll see this EP and you'll see this album. Then you'll know it's me. Go check that out. I'm about to get ready to do I'm gonna be on a podcast tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna be on live. I'm gonna be on their podcast. So I'll probably record a video so y'all can see what's going on. But y'all got some things going on. I'm out here in Atlanta, and if anybody out here, producer, you do anything with music, tap in with me. Please do. Please do. But yeah, you're literally talking to yourself. Spirit world, bro, you a terrible troll. Y'all do not know how to troll. Y'all suck at trolling. Like, bro, I went to private school. Can't no lame who play with his nutsack all day try to out-joke me on any social media platform. I went to public school. We used to roast motherfuckers for a living. What is you saying? Man, probably sitting there with a ball of lotion right next to his hand playing with himself because he ain't getting on in real life. I know what type of neck beard, you know what I'm saying? I need a feature. Come on, send me some. I ain't charging for no features right now. Get it in while you can. Get it in while you can. I'm telling y'all right now. Go check my shit out. Y'all can watch my videos. I don't know if y'all are familiar with, the Atlanta rap scene, but I just dropped a video about 2 months ago with Lil Quill. If anybody know him in Atlanta, he used to be signed to Gucci Mane probably about 5-6 years ago. It was probably like right before COVID. So I say like around 6 or 7 years ago. Damn, it's crazy how time fly. But Lil Quill, Young Mom, I got a feature with Lil Quill. We dropped the song a couple months ago. What I mean, y'all can check that out. The video on my page right now. If y'all want to exit this live and go watch it, it's a quick little video, hard ass song. Subscribe to my YouTube. I got countless videos on here where y'all can hear what type of sound I'm coming with. I'm about to get ready to drop some new music. Coming up, actually, I'm about to get ready to drop a single. I got some songs to choose from, but I don't really know which one I want to choose yet. So I'll probably play some of this shit, and y'all can help me decide. My rich YouTube family. Sign the Gucci for man. If you sign any deal right now, you sign a 360. Do not let these people, unless you have like some extreme leverage. I'm talking about like some extreme leverage. If you don't have any leverage, and even sometimes with a leverage, they still signing 360s. Most people are signing a 360 deal. Meek Mill signed a 360. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that signed the Gucci Mane, they signed. I want to say probably all of them are signed to a 360. You signed a Yo Gotti 360, Glorilla's in a 360, the Migos were in a 360, Megan Thee Stallion was in a 360 with 1501. Everybody's in a 360 deal. So what ends up happening is a lot of times, when you're an artist coming up and you're independent, like it's a lot difficult because you have to come up with your own money. So for somebody like myself, I don't have a label behind me who can say, well, look, we about to give your ass $1 million loan, a $500,000 loan. Use this towards your career. You have to go earn your own money and put your own money up towards yourself as an independent artist. But after a while, you go through all your funds. It's only so far that you can get. So a lot of times, what up, Amsterdam? So a lot of times, as you coming up, you might sign to a label. But the label gonna put up most of the money, but it's still a loan. So like when you see people saying, well, I signed $1 million deal, they don't really get the $1 million. You know what I'm saying? It's a loan that's supposed to go towards producing your albums, producing your projects so you can make the money back to pay back the label. And then sometimes, depending on the contract, they may take money from your streams, from your shows, from your feature. They might take some of all of it just to recoup the money back. But a lot of times what end up happening, and this is what happened in the case with Gucci Mane. Anybody that's familiar with the rap know what I'm talking about. When he dropped all his artists except Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano, like he said, he looked over his profit and losses, his P&L, and he seen that he was in the red with a lot of artists. And the only artist that was really putting stuff that was in the green was Pooh Shiesty, who went platinum with his album, and Fujiano, who also went platinum with his album. So he released all the artists, didn't make them pay back any of their debt, probably got it written off, as a tax write-off, because it's still a business. He kept it real, didn't make them pay off their debt, but then he only kept those 2 artists. So it goes to show you that all those artists that weren't Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty, they weren't really selling like how you thought they were selling. Like no matter how much money they was posting, they weren't really, because they couldn't recoup the money to pay back the label. And that's not a shot at them at all. I ain't talking shit, but I'm just saying like on some business, that's really what's going on. That's really what's going on. Y'all know you need the exposure and help y'all. Yeah, nah, for sure. That's really what it is. And sometimes you don't really sometimes you don't need the help, bro. Like with social media, if you can leverage your social media the right way, you don't even need it, bro. Because like, let's look at somebody like these streamers. Man, they making so much money. Like if Kasana was making good music, he could literally take the money that he's getting from streaming and put it towards his career. Now, he might not have the same connects that a label will have, but he has the money. I mean, have y'all not seen, I remember one time, Kasana showed his statements, and it was like he was getting like $4 million a year, $4 million a month. I'm like, God damn, off of streaming? Where he getting his money from? I'm like, where he getting his money from? What? Like, come on. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So, it just depends. But hey, shout out to all my artists, man. If you an artist out here, you really out here working. I'm talking about a real artist who putting up their own money. Oh, hold on, let me finish this statement. Spirit World, go suck a dick. I got ECW, AEW, WWE, WCW hats. Go eat a dick. Go lube it up, stick it, turn that some bitch sideways, and stick it down your throat. Now back to what I was saying. Yeah, so like if you somebody like Kasana who getting all this money off of streaming, you could literally you could fund your own career. $4 million a month, easy. You could pay for your own videos. You could pay for any feature you want. You could pay to get on any interview platform, because that's really how they do these rollouts. So when you see hey DJ, you know how it is, man. I got these people on here mad. You know how it is. I'm so glad it's not TikTok. If I used to be on TikTok, they would like I would get banned for telling him to go eat a dick. I would have to tell them to go eat an eggplant. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to use words so they don't ban you. But on YouTube, they don't really ban you for saying certain stuff. So I can really tell him, like, go suck a dick. You fucking neckbeard, no pussy getting virgin who probably ain't getting no money in real life. Fuck out of here. He'll get his ass slapped sideways if I seen him in real life. But let me get back to what I was talking about. So yeah, like if you can fund your own career, you good. That's why a lot of people turn to the streaming. You know what I'm saying? You'll get you some people that support you, and then you use that money towards your career. But shout out to all my artists. If you an artist, I consider anybody a real artist if they put their money up. You put your own money up, I'll call you an artist. If you just doing this as a hobby, like I don't rap for a hobby. I've been doing this for 5 years. I don't rap for a hobby. I'm rapping to be able to get a fan base. Go put on some shows for my fans. Go sell some merch. Give out some free stuff for my fans. Like when I dropped my album, this album right here, I sold some of the frames. I sold some of the frames to my fans. I don't say 10 people bought them. So, you know what I'm saying? That's part of the thing you have to do. Anytime you buying the album, I'm going to just give y'all some game real quick. Hold on real fast. Let's meet. Why I want to meet with you? Why the fuck does another man want to meet with another man, you fucking rainbow warrior? I'm trying to tell y'all, expose y'all. Man, I'm fucking rainbow warrior tells them, let's meet. Like, why I want to meet you musty ass niggas, man? But back to what I was saying. If you want your album to sell, this is for all the artists, for real. I've sold, I'm not saying like I'm a household name or nothing like that, but for one of my albums, first week, I sold like 30 copies. This is what you have to do to sell it. So I give y'all the strategy. I dropped the album, and I started thinking to myself, I'm like when you drop this music, it already goes on iTunes. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes on iTunes by default. So I was like, so wait, if my music is already on iTunes, then that means people can buy it. I need to be trying to get them to buy the album instead of just streaming it for free. So what I would tell all my supporters, all my fans, I would say, well, look, if you go and you buy my album off of iTunes, I'll give you some free merch. So you need to sell your album like a bundle. You get what I'm saying? So if you have 30 fans, let's just say you got 30 fans. Let's start with a small number. You got 30 fans, and you're able to sell first week 10 copies of your album. That's good. You know what I'm saying? 15 copies will be half your fan base. So if you were able to sell 10 copies out of 30 of a solid fan base, that's a good look for you. But the way you do it, you need to attach something to it. Don't just get out here and be like, buy my album, buy my album. So I ain't do it like that. I did it like, if you buy my album, you can get the merch for free. The album on iTunes is $10. This costs way more than $10. The shirt didn't cost more than $10. It was damn near $10. This shirt specifically was like $8, but by the time you buy it in bulk, this is over $10. To get the logo made is over $10. To get the logo printed is over $10. To actually put the print on the shirt costs over $10. So you sell it as a bundle. That's the easiest way to get your album sold. So you get you some merch. You say, well, look, all my supporters out there, y'all say y'all fuck with me. You gotta call them out. You say y'all fuck with me. I ain't asking for too much. You spend $10 on some weed, you gonna smoke that shit up in 5 minutes. You spend $10 on this album, you gonna have this shit for a lifetime. So what I did was I bundled it, but I also gave people options. So one thing I did was, I told the people they can buy it off of iTunes for $10. They can buy it from me personally. So I would send a email version of my album. So some people didn't want, like if they didn't want to wait to buy the album when it came out, they could just hit me up and then purchase the album via my website. Then they would go there, buy it, and then I would get the alert, so-and-so bought the album. Then you'll go ahead and get the merch to them. So then they have the album already, but they actually own it. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, you got to find ways to make money because the streaming doesn't really help you. So for instance, if your song get 500 streams, if you sell 10 to 15 copies of your album, you've already made more money from selling those albums than you did off of 500 streams. Even if you got 10,000 streams, 10 to 15 copies of your album is still more money than 10,000 streams. That is a fact. So there's just ways for you to make money and keep your fan base moving. 50K on the line, you got 10 minutes to eat 10 eggshells. Hell no. Hell no, I ain't eat no eggshells. At the end of the day, either way it go, that's what I said. Either way, it's $10, and I'm like, I always look at it like this: like if you support somebody, like for me, I support folks. So if I like your music, I'ma buy it. If I like wrestling, that's why I bought this hat. So it's just like I always get people. I break it down like this. I'm like, bro, listen, this album right here, $10, and you get to have it. Y'all, this is for people who like my music. You can buy it, $10. You can buy this one, $5. I'm gonna send you some merch. You're gonna have it, or you could buy. You could buy a copy of the frame. You can buy this frame. I'll sell it to you if you buy the album. The frame costs $40 to make. I'm gonna give it to you for $10. Just buy the album. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep your fan base going, because it's like I always compare it to weed. Most times with most rap fans listen to weed, I'm like, bro, if I gave you $10 to go buy you a gram, you're literally gonna smoke that shit up in 5 minutes. But if you buy this album, you got it for an eternity. You know what I'm saying? That's just $10. That ain't nothing. That can't even fill your gas tank up. You can't get no food with $10. Maybe some McDonald's, but they ain't gonna do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just like, nah, the best way to do it is to just bundle it with something. You'll be able to get anything. So, because a lot of people don't really buy music. They like to buy the merchandise that comes with the music. It's a little different nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So, black people are guests in pro wrestling. Man, we ain't talking about that shit no more, man. Go suck a dick. Man, bitch, that's how you know that's a fucking lame-ass Caucasoid behind that page. That's a fucking Caucasoid. That is not a black person behind that page. A fucking Caucasoid flapping his gums. I'm not give a fuck about that shit. Weak-ass Caucasoid. But yeah, that's the easiest way to sell it. So if it's any musicians in here, bundle it. Bundle. The streams do not pay unless you have a lot of them. So, for instance, let's say you have a song and you got 100 streams is a lot for a song as an artist who doesn't have a label behind them. Imagine if 100 people was just in your face listening to your music. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you were able to get a song streamed 100 times, that's a big deal. People are thinking astronomical, like when they're thinking about streams. They're like, oh, I didn't get 20,000 30,000 or 1 million, you have to break it down. Even if 50 people listen to your shit, imagine right now if your song got 50 streams, but then 50 of those people bought some merch, and you selling your merch for $10. You just made 500 right there. You know what I'm saying? You can probably pay a car note with that. You can probably buy some groceries with that. You get what I'm saying? You just got to try to build up the fan base and get your fans, excuse me, to purchase from you. That's really what the goal is. That's why all the rappers, if you notice, Nip did the same thing. Nipsey Hussle, when he was selling his albums, he bundled it with his merch. If you look at the clips bundled it. They bundled it with the merch. You get what I'm saying? That's what you need to do to sell. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. A lot of people try to shit on you, but at the end of the day, this is the music business. We're not doing this as a hobby. We're doing this to be a professional and to make it in life. So that's why I always tell my fans, I'm like, listen, man, if y'all support my music, look, $10. You can just go straight to iTunes and buy it if you fuck with me. If not, and you just want to stream it for free, I'm still not upset, because if you stream it, I still get paid from it. You just don't have to come out of pocket of it. It just takes me longer to, get a lot, to really receive the money that I'm looking for, but it ain't no thing. I just appreciate the support anyway. You have roaches crawling on the wall. They came from your mama coochie. That's why they on the wall. I had over here bent over last night, slapping that ass, slapping the roaches out your mama coochie. That's why they was all on my walls. Whooping that ass. But yeah, that's how you sell your music, dog. And then when you get lit, it worked the same way. You want people to buy that. Your real supporters are gonna buy the album. Then your casual supporters will just stream it. But either way it goes, you still get the money. It's just when they buy the album, you get more of the money up front. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You get more of the money up front. He slaps God's ass. I slapped your mammy ass. Gave her ass that backhand. Kendrick Lamar called it. He wants his style back. Let me see. He called. Let me see. Kendrick, did you call me today? You said you want your style back. Yeah, some lame ass nigga named Gumby Gumba said you want your style back. Oh, tell him to suck a dick. All right, I got you. He said suck a dick. Kendrick Lamar ain't called, man. Shut your ass up. What you, Team Drake, Team Light Skin? How a bunch of motherfuckers with some fake profile think they gonna troll me? Shut your ass up. I'm the ultimate troller. You trolling because you ain't got no woman at home. Ain't no way you got a woman in your life who let you get on the internet and troll a stranger that you never met. There's no way. No real woman gonna let their man troll somebody. Only little kids do that. So that proves that you a virgin with no woman. Real niggas ain't trolling. What you saying? I told you why I got the roast problem. I had your mama bent over. It ain't my fault that the area you came from, your mama coochie, produced cockroaches. It ain't my fault. What the song say? It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Uh-oh, it ain't my fault. And what mama got roaches? It ain't my fault. And what mama got roaches? It ain't my fault. And what mama got roaches? Uh-oh, it ain't my fault. And what mama got roaches? It ain't my fault. Spirit mama got roaches. It ain't my fault. Spirit mama got roaches. Uh-oh. Come on, man. Como se dice dumbass en español. I know somebody here speaks Spanish. I know somebody here speaks Spanish. Now you don't know what I'm saying. Oh, bro, y'all are so funny, babe. Y'all are hilarious on YouTube, man. Shout out to everybody in my live, though. If you in my live right now, real talk, make sure you subscribe to my page. Subscribe to my page. If you are on here, I got 41 people in my live right now. If you are in here and you're not subscribed to my... What? No. Man, get your bitch ass out of my live. I want the live for the people who gonna support the rich. I'm gonna have to boot you. DJ, what's up with these people? I don't understand why some people really think that they can out joke me. Boy, I went to a public school. You can't out joke me on your best day. You a fuck about no roaches? I already told you where the roaches came from. Your mama asshole. Tell her to stay her ass at home and clean her house. I'm trying to get up in her. I'll bend her ass over. Roaches flying out that bitch. I'm like, oh shit, they on my wall. Oh, they on my wall. I had Edward mama bent over. She was pushing them roaches out of coochie. Spirit world. I had spirit world mama blowing kissing with that coochie. Roaches coming there with. I'm like, damn, I got to send you back to spirit. Can't believe you, spirit. I can't believe you, spirit. I brought your mama over here because I thought she was going to do me something good. And she beatboxing roaches out her coochie. Now they all on my wall, man. Godly. Trump or Biden love. I don't know what you're saying. What are you asking? Roach man or rapper? Boo! Come with something better than that, Edward. Come with something better than that. I'm trying to joke with you. These jokes so lame, I can't even get my shit off. You have no views on your entire page. Boo! You suck. Boo! We already know I got views. Come on, you gotta come with something funnier than that. Boo! Boo! Y'all remember Kurt Angle's song when he used to come out? You suck, bump, 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 ba-da-da. You suck, bump, 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 ba-da-da. You suck, bump, 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 ba-ba-ba. You suck, bump, 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 ba-ba-ba. Bump, 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 bump. Spirit world sucks. Edward Lee sucks. Both of them niggas sucks. Have you ever got jumped? Hell no, I ain't never been jumped in my life. I done been in fights, but jumped? No. Fuck no. I've never been jumped a day in my life, ever. Nobody watches you or listening to your music. Oh, okay. Roach man, the rapper. Come on. Am I getting trolled by some children? You got to come harder than that, man. You really do. You got to come harder than that. You got to come harder than that. I'm trying to have a roasting session and y'all not giving me nothing to work with. Can somebody please say something funny without repeating the same thing over? Like, can you say something funny? None of that shit you saying is funny. I already have. Well, pull up if you got my address. It's so funny how you want another man's address so bad. I told y'all some Rainbow Warriors over here, Fruit of the Loom ass niggas, man. Come on. But you're watching. I have no. Oh yeah. You probably talking about them, Lisa. I thought you were talking about me. Exactly. 6 years clean, bro. Stay out the drugs, man. Stay out the drugs. Shout out to you. You've been sober for 6 years. Stay out the drugs. You're a real one. You have 32 in your life. I got 41 now. Bye, Spirit World. See you later. See ya. Somebody typing something, but it's not letting me see it. It said this message is held for review. View the message. I guess you're saying something stupid, and YouTube decided to ban you. They ban your comments. So whatever you typing, I can't even see it. It just say this message is held for review. This message is held for review. Bye. This message is held for review. I have your address. See you soon. See ya. I'll be here waiting. Friday night SmackDown. Come on at 8. So hurry up and get here. Y'all troll lame, but I wish y'all really knew how to joke and make this shit funny. Like, oh, I have your address. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. That shit ain't funny. That ain't making nobody laugh. Get the fuck out of here. Say something funny. I want y'all to joke on me. Say something funny. Good God. I came from TikTok. The people on TikTok go way harder. If you go try to joke on me, you got to come with it, not with these weak ass, middle school ass jokes. That ain't a Roach man the rapper. Like, come on, I'm grown as fuck. How is that even funny? Like, how is that funny? That shit ain't even funny, but I want to laugh right now. I'm sitting here, I'm disappointed in your attempt to troll because it's so bad. Like, I want to laugh. The people want to laugh at something. I'm trying to entertain them. You give them some bullshit. Like, come on. You don't have nothing to talk about yet. You're still in here. You still in. Rich Law ain't got nothing to talk about, but somebody who don't have a profile picture named Basilio Gouliard. Fuck kind of name is that? Talking about some you don't have nothing to talk about. But I bet your ass in this live. Look, I told you, he said it right here. You don't even got nobody in your chat. I'm trying to tell you, they'll talk shit and then won't leave. I never understood that. You would come to somebody live, talk all this shit, and then your ass still just be here. There's nobody in your chat talking to you. Hey man, shut your ass up. Bro, I guess you gotta feature me. Well, you trying to come up here and go live with me? KDDAJ. Look like a paperclip chain, dog. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. No, this ain't no paperclip, though. That's kind of funny. That so far, that has been the funniest joke so far. Like, this shit look like a paperclip. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the funniest. I would literally laugh at that. Like if I was in a live and somebody said, "Man, that nigga chain like a motherfucking paperclip, aluminum foil," I'd laugh. But like Roach Man, the rapper, like, come on, bro, that shit is whack. Whack. Your game is weak. What game? Man, shut up. At least I can take your woman. I forgot you ain't got one though. Any man that hops on another grown ass man live and get the trolling, you don't have a woman. There's no way you have a woman giving you fellatio at the house. I can prove it. Cause who wasting their time trolling? The only reason Killer Kyle said what he said he's just talking shit like I tried, but y'all trying to troll. These ain't trolls. These are fat neckbeards behind the screen, typing behind the. I gotta get all my jokes off as fast as I can. I don't got no jokes. I'm gonna repeat the same thing over. Man, shut your bitch ass up. We ain't talking about nothing, Edward. Fuck kind of name is that, Edward Lease? Shut your ass up. You lucky I don't have my enforcer in here to give your ass the boot. You know I got an enforcer. They'll give you the boot. Come on, Ed. I took you in Spirit World. I joked on Spirit World so bad he left alive. He ain't got nothing to say. I took care of him. I already told you I had your mama coochie beatboxing, and that's why I got roaches on my wall. They were roaches flying all out of coochie. I'm like, damn, is this what I'm getting fucking around with Edward, mama? Is that what I'm getting? Had to send her ass home. Come here, boy. You want to see the haters on YouTube? Say I got roaches. You see him? My dog costs more than your rent. Then it costs a lot to get you, boy. It got a lot to get you. It got a lot to get you, boy. It got a lot to be. I bet Pac and Biggie gonna throw a party for him soon. Who you talking about? You hungry, bro? Oh, my other dog coming. Uh-oh, here he come. Look like a pissed off Chief Keef that never made it. That's kind of funny right there. A pissed off Chief Keef that never made it. You still a bitch though. I'll be a pissed off Chief Keef, ugly ass boy. I don't even need to see your picture. Nigga named Will Reed. Will Reed these nuts, ugly ass. Come here, Lou. Tell him, Will Reed these nuts. That's what he need to do with a stupid ass name like that. You need a haircut, bro. Y'all go out there and play. No, y'all gonna be in here hollering and fussing. Go out there and play. You too. Get your cute ass out. Out. I'll be out there in a little minute, man. Go on out there and play. Yeah, go out there and play. Don't be looking back. Your dog got fleas. Hey, did I tell you go out there? Y'all go out there and play. Your dog got fleas. Nigga, you got fleas. Shit, I told you your mama came over here. Your mama probably gave my dog fleas if you got it. Mom came over here with the coochie that got fleas and roaches and gave my dog some fleas. Boy, hey, I'm about to do something to you. That dog look like the dog from Martin. What dog? Oh, that wasn't no dog. I think I know what you're talking about. You talking about when they went on that vacation. And Martin and Gina walked in there and Gina had them allergies. Martin was beating that dog, beating that fucking, I don't know what that was. That shit was like a possum or something. That shit was funny. He was hitting that motherfucker like this. Hey, that shit was hilarious. It's crazy. I knew exactly what you were talking about when you said that shit, though. That was the funny part. That was the funny part, man. Your dog doesn't even like you. What goes up must come down. Boo! Come with some better jokes, bro. Ed at least been in here trying to get his jokes off, and they not funny at all. Your stand-up routine is trash. Your dog doesn't even like you. My dog love me. As a matter of fact, come here, y'all. Come here. Look at him. Right there by the door. Come on, man. You want to come up here? You want to come up here? Who want to come up here? Who want, one of them trying to come up here. Which one of y'all want to come up here? Is it you, Lou? Or Rico want to sit in the sun? Come here, Lou. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Lucy, you don't love me, bro? Some lame nigga on YouTube by the name of Edward Lee said you don't love me. You got some of your eye, man. Hold on. Let me get that out your eye. What you talking about, man? My dog don't like me. Give me some sugar, man. I get some sugar. Give me some sugar. Why you looking at me like that? You gonna bite me? You gonna bite me? Huh? You gonna bite me, man? You hungry? You ready to eat? Or them ears went up when I said that. You ready to eat? Y'all go out there and play. Let me see this. Let me see it. Let it go. Come here. Let me see it. Go get it. Boy, I done fight for that little toy. Boy, I done fight for that toy. Anyway, man. But yeah, like I was saying, so everybody that's in my live, man, make sure you subscribe to my page. Like I said, anytime I get up here, man, we talking about politics, we talking about sports, we talking about current issues. On my last topic, before I get off live, we got to have this conversation, because I know I got some sports fans in here. But before I get to it, it ain't nothing like doing some good self-promo. I got 2 projects up here. I got more than these 2 projects out, but I got 2 projects right here. I got my album, Rich Law Pimpin' in the Hall of Fame, out now. It's on all streaming platforms. Go stream it. Go buy the album if you want to. If you don't want to buy the album, stream it for free. And then you got my EP right here, Get Rich or Die Broke. Let me just let y'all see these album covers, man. Let me let y'all see that. I don't think y'all seen these for real. You know what I'm saying? Right there. Can I flip the camera? Oh, yeah, I can flip the camera. Pow! Get Rich or Die Broke. As you can see, Get Rich or Die Broke. Rich Law on all streaming platforms. Then we can go right here. Look at that boy sitting in there in that motherfucking backseat of that thing. Rich Law Pimping in the Hall of Fame on all streaming platforms. Rich, yeah. But anyway, the last thing I'm gonna talk about, because we didn't get a chance to reach this topic because I had to joke on these lames, these fucking neck beards, no women at the house. Y'all seen that shit with Cam Newton and Ryan Clark, and they talk about how is Jalen Hurts an elite quarterback or not? And a lot of people really giving Cam hell because they feel like he hating on Jalen Hurts. So not everybody trying to, well, not everybody, but Ryan Clark brought up the fact that, you know, Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl. Cam Newton didn't win a Super Bowl. He didn't want to dive on the ball at the Super Bowl. His Superman antics ran out. You know what I'm saying? And Cam mad. Now, you know, personally, I wouldn't accept no criticism of Jalen Hurts from Cam Newton. And you know why? It's because I'm from the state of Alabama. And I love that tide that roll tide. And what school did Cam go to? He went to Auburn? I don't know. It's hard for me to criticize. It's hard for me to take criticism from a Auburn alum, from somebody who attended the University of Alabama. I'm just saying, but for the sake of the argument, Edward not a D1 hater. He's past D1. You know what we got to do for Edward? We got to give him the gold jacket. He's in the Hall of, you see how my album say Pimpin' in the Hall of Fame? Edward is in the Hall of Fame of hating. He's in the H of Wealth. Give him the gold jacket. He made it to the Hall of Fame. But back to the original topic between, you know, is Jalen Hurts an elite quarterback? I would say yes. Does he have the numbers as the remaining people who might be in the top 10, like Lamar, Burrow, Mahomes, Allen, Aaron Rodgers? Who else would y'all put in the top 10? Does he have the numbers to compete with them? I would say no, but I would say that's because of what his responsibility is with the Eagles. He's not meant, kind of like what Cam Newton is saying. He's not meant to really just win the game. He's more so like a game manager, simply because he has so much talent playing for him. I mean, he also has Devontae Smith, Roll Tide, who won the Heisman as a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? He also has, who's he throwing the ball? He has A.J. Brown. He has an awesome offensive line. He has an awesome running back and a great defense. So the pressure on him is not as much as it would be for somebody else. So this is what This is what they have as a top 10 quarterback right now. Pat Mahomes, and this is not in no order. Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar, Justin Herbert, Matt Stafford, Dak Prescott. They got Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, and C.J. Stroud. But some people will try to take out Jalen Hurts and put in like a Aaron Rodgers. And sometimes I've seen people try to put Kyler Murray or what's the boy that played for the Bucks or Baker Mayfield over Hurts. Now, personally, as an Alabama fan, my entire life, I feel like Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback. I think it's even though Jalen Hurts has a better team, I still think it's unfair to hold that against him because just because he has a better team doesn't mean anything. For instance, let's look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a Hall of Fame quarterback. He had Randy Moss at wide receiver, Bill Belichick as the head coach, a top-notch offensive line, a top-notch defense, and he still lost the Super Bowl to Eli Manning twice. Which is the cold part about it. Set all type of records with Randy Moss, and they still couldn't get the job done when it came to the big game. The Denver Broncos is my favorite team. So when Cam Newton lost in the Super Bowl, I was extremely happy because my team is the Broncos. I'm always cheer for my team. But I felt like, and I feel like what Cam Newton what he was trying to say, because it's like we supposed to be talking about the game. And y'all taking personal digs at my career and about who I am as a person, and that's why he got on Dan Orlovsky. I'm like, come on. I mean, I understand. You know, Dan Orlovsky, it's hard to make it to the NFL, and you know, I could never just talk shit on him because I played football. I didn't make it to the NFL, so he was good enough to get there. But it's like when you got in the league, you was trash. Dan Orlovsky wasn't shit in the NFL. He was out there running out about. Y'all remember that one play they were in the on the 1 yard line and on their own backfield and their own end zone, he was in a shotgun and he ran out of bounds trying to extend the play and got a safety. Like we talking about Dan Orlovsky, he was nobody. Like we pulled his stats up, so that's why I feel when Cam was like we not finna even acknowledge anything Dan Orlovsky said, and even with Ryan Clark, like I remember Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark was a head hunter at safety. Y'all remember he used to play with his hands taped up. I remember Ryan Clark clear as day, but it's like. Cam Newton was first team All-Pro for a reason. He was Rookie of the Year for a reason. He didn't come into a system. Now, he had an amazing defense, but the time when Cam Newton made it to the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying, his best receiver was who? His tight end, Greg Olsen. I mean, I know a tight end is a quarterback's best friend, but most times you want your receivers. I mean, he winning games with Kelvin Benjamin, who got too fat for the league. You have Ted Ginn. I'm not knocking Ted Ginn at all, but like nobody looks at Ted Ginn as good as he was. Remember, these people still play in the NFL, so they're still great players, but he wasn't a top nothing. He wasn't top 5, top 10, top 20. He wasn't none of that in the league. He wasn't all pro. You know what I'm saying? Cam Newton did all of that off athletic ability. 6'5", 250, 230. You know what I'm saying? Cam was great talent, but I think Hurts is good, but I feel like I'm not. It's kind of hard because football is still about teamwork, but it's like he still has a better defense. Okay, Cam Newton didn't have a Hall of Fame running back. Saquon would be considered a Hall of Famer right now. Cam Newton is not throwing the ball to a receiver who won the Heisman. Roll Tide. Devontae Smith is the first receiver to win the Heisman since who? Was it like Tim Brown or somebody? Or was he the first receiver ever? I can't remember, but he won the Heisman as a receiver. That don't happen too often. Most times it's either a quarterback or a running back. He still has A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is considered an elite wide receiver. More than likely, if I type in top 10 wide receivers in the NFL, A.J. Brown's going to pull up. You still got, I want to say, doesn't Lane Johnson still play for the Eagles? I think Jason Peters retired. So you still got an awesome offensive line. The Phillies defense is amazing. That's a team that's put together from top to bottom. You have to give them that. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you look at Cam Newton, I feel like Cam Newton was a great quarterback. I wouldn't hold it against him. I think when he was in the league, he dominated. He carried the Panthers. He probably had a couple bad years towards the end, but like his first 5, 6, something years, like he was awesome. Did he have the same threats as Jalen Hurts? Hell no. But like, look at like they're trying to say, well, look at the numbers Jalen Hurts winning with. Like he don't have to go throw for 300 yards a game and do all that, which makes sense. They have but I don't feel like and this is the part where the argument, it kind of made me upset because I don't feel like you should hold a player back
hold it against a player that they have a complete team. The Eagles are a complete team across the board. It's not Jalen Hurts' fault that he was drafted into a good situation. So I don't like how they play that game with him. And then even with Cam, I feel like Cam was a great quarterback. But he ran up against, you gotta remember now, when the Broncos won that Super Bowl, this is Peyton Manning with a noodle arm. This is trash version of Peyton Manning. This is not the Peyton Manning when he first came to Denver that set all the records and then got blown out in the Super Bowl because we didn't have a defense and the Legion of Boom just straight up destroyed our offense. It's not that team right there. This is a team, the Broncos team was built off of defense. I'm a Broncos fan, so I know this. This is the no-fly zone Denver Broncos. We got Hall of Fame Von Miller. We got 2 excellent linebackers. You see what I'm saying? I want to say Brandon Marshall was on that team at linebacker. Then you got T.J. Ward. Then you got Aqib Talib. You know what I'm saying? You had an awesome defense that was holding Cam Newton back. As a matter of fact, let's just pull it up. I can pull it up right now. That was Super Bowl 50. I remember that like it was yesterday. Super Bowl 50. Let's look up the roster real fast. Super Bowl 50. Let me see. Starting teams. So we had Demaryius Thomas, rest in peace, baby. That's his nickname. We had Demaryius Thomas. We had Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders was a beast in the NFL. He wasn't top nothing, but like if we compare him, Cam Newton throwing the ball to Devin Funchess, who used to drop the ball a lot. His best receiver literally is Greg Olsen at tight end. You know what I'm saying? Then his running back, Jonathan Stewart. We had C.J. Anderson that year. That was that year C.J. Anderson was turning up. I'm a Broncos fan, so like, you know, that was the year C.J. Anderson was turning up. You know what I'm saying? C.J. Anderson was a decent running back for the Denver Broncos. We had a good offensive line, but Peyton Manning's arm was shot. That's our offense. Let's look at the defense. We got Darian Stewart at safety. Then you had T.J. Ward at safety. You get Chris Harris Jr., Aqib Talib, the no-fly zone. Like that was Denver Broncos' version of the Legion of Boom. You know what I'm saying? Danny Trevathan at linebacker, who ended up after the Super Bowl going to play with the Chicago Bears. He was getting new contracts because he performed so well with the Broncos. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, not the wide receiver. DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller. I'm just saying, like, look at what we have on defense. Now let's look at the Panthers defense. Kurt Coleman. Y'all probably remember. They had Josh Norman, but this ain't the same Josh Norman. You know what I'm saying? This not the super elite Josh Norman. You got Roman Harper. Roman Harper was a beast, but he's up in age around that time. Shaq Thompson. You got Luke Kuechly at middle linebacker. Thomas Davis was a good linebacker. But I forgot about Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson was a beast too. But if we go on team for team based on what's on this field right now, it was obvious the Denver Broncos had the better defense. It was obvious Denver Broncos had the better offense. The only thing that the Panthers had over the Denver Broncos in this year was they had the better quarterback because Peyton Manning, he was shot. Not like shot as in he got shot, but like his arm was done. The Peyton Manning did not win that Super Bowl. The Broncos defense won that Super Bowl. We forced turnovers. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be realistic as possible, you know. AJ Brown was a #1 receiver. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, but I still as a football fan, I cannot hold it against a player because their front office, their head coach understood how to draft, understood how to pick great players and fit them in their scheme. Bro, my dad is a Eagles fan. My entire existence, I've been watching football since I've been about 5 that I can remember. The Eagles have always been good. When they had Andy Reid and they went and got McNabb, they drafted McNabb. Then they got Westbrook. They drafted Westbrook from Villanova. Brian Westbrook, he didn't even go to a top-notch school. You get what I'm saying? And look at how good the Eagles were with McNabb, with Brian Westbrook. They had Brian Dawkins. They had Troy Vincent. I'm saying just look at how good these teams were, but look at who Donovan McNabb was throwing the ball to. Freddie Mitchell, Todd Pinkston. It's not no shot at them because they still made it to the league. But at the time, these receivers that he's throwing it to, these were not #1 receivers. Freddie Mitchell was never a #1 receiver. Todd Pinkston, never a #1 receiver. So what did Andy Reid do? He went and got T.O., my favorite wide receiver ever. And they went straight to the Super Bowl. T.O. set a record, 9 catches, 120-some yards with a broke leg. You know what I'm saying? Could have beat the Patriots. Patriots end up winning. When T.O. leaves Philly, they still pretty good. McNabb leave, what happens? They don't have a quarterback. They with Kevin Cole. Then Michael Vick get out of prison. He's with the Falcons. The Falcons release him. The Eagles pick him up. Then Andy Reid, the quarterback whisperer, he turned Michael Vick up. Michael Vick was the best quarterback in his career when he was with Andy Reid. Everybody knows this. When he was in, when we got to see what Michael Vick was as a true pocket passing quarterback when he was with Philly. And then what did Philly do? They went and put talent around him. Shady McCoy, fast, quick feet, don't turn the ball over. You went and drive Jeremy Maclin, a good receiver, speed, good hands. Then you go get the playmaker, Deshaun Jackson. You see what I'm saying? You still got Jason Peters at left tackle, Hall of Famer. The deep Philadelphia, in my entire life, Philadelphia has always had a good team. Randall Cunningham was good. They always had a good defense. So I can't knock Jalen Hurts for not having to put up 400 plus yard games. You cannot hold that against him. Joe Burrow can put up 300 games as he wants. He ain't won a Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of times, like when it comes to football, save the ring talk for basketball. Let basketball have this person got a ring, so that make them better. Say that for basketball. In the NFL, I don't want to hear that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to hear that shit. Because we all know, like, some of the greatest, Walter Payton doesn't have a Super Bowl ring. He doesn't. He don't have a Super Bowl ring. You gonna tell me Marshawn Lynch is better than Walter Payton because he got a Super Bowl ring? I'm just saying. Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. Now, you can make that argument. If I'm not mistaken, Dan Marino was the first quarterback to throw for 5,000 yards back in the 80s when they primarily ran the ball. He never won a Super Bowl. I'm just saying. So that's why I don't really like the argument. I understand where Cam Newton is coming from, but I wouldn't, like, okay, I'll put it like this. And this is only a hypothetical. We'll never know. But at least in my opinion, I feel like if Cam Newton, fresh out of Auburn, was drafted to this same Eagles team, they could still go on to win the Super Bowl. I don't think that, like, and that's the fucked up part about it, because he was still an amazing quarterback. And see, when Jalen Hurts was drafted, even when Jalen Hurts was in Bama, he was learning to become a quarterback. When Oklahoma got better, he's an excellent talent. It's not like they went and drafted some bullshit. It's not like they got Mitch Trubisky. Like, you think Mitch Trubisky could take the Eagles to the Super Bowl and win? No, I don't think so. But Jalen Hurts was a real talent. He was special with the ball. He didn't turn the ball over a lot as a quarterback. He could run the ball. He does not get injured. Same with Cam Newton. So I feel like the Eagles were able to go to the Super Bowl, but they put the talent around him, and they still went and got an elite quarterback. Now, I know people gonna be like, well, Nick Foles won the Super Bowl. Like, hey, you're right. Nick Foles did get in there. Would anybody consider Nick Foles elite? I mean, shit, he had a good year. Who knows? Jim Kelly, same with Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly went to 4 Super Bowls in a row and lost them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. You go to 4, I ain't seen that yet. 4 Super Bowls in a row, and then you lose them. 4 in a row. So that's why I'm like, I like the Super Bowl ring. Like, I get it. That's just another way to say a player is better than whatever. But it's like, it's hard for me to do that in football, bro. You know what I'm saying? Did he throw for 5? Let's see. I got my phone right here. I can check right now. Let me make sure Dan Marino. I think Dan Marino did too. I'm gonna say, did Dan Marino throw for 5,000 yards? Hold on, y'all. No, Jim Kelly did not throw for 5,000 yards in a single NFL season. He did it in the USFL, but Dan Marino did. Exactly. So that's what I said back in '84. Exactly. Dan Marino was the first quarterback in NFL history back in '84 to throw for 5,000 yards. This is 1984 when the league was primarily run. And they didn't even win a Super Bowl. That's the cold part. I go back and I watch the games. I watched that Super Bowl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll go watch and see how some of these people, how the game was even back then. So, like, the argument, just the ring argument, I really don't like it. I'm just like, what did the person do when they were given the opportunity? You know what I'm saying? Because everything, just like Cam Newton could have dove on the ball, a receiver could have caught a ball, or a lineman could have made a block. You know what I'm saying? It's so many reasons where you can blame Cam Newton, but it's like, even when Cam, let me go look up the play real fast. As a matter of fact, when Cam Newton got stripped, I don't say that with Von Miller. Cam Newton, Super Bowl fumble. That's crazy. That's what pops up. So let me see. Based off that, so who put the pressure on him? Exactly, it was Von Miller.
Here he comes, number 58. Von Miller gets Mike Rivers one more time.
So, like, they can blame Cam. I will read. They can blame Cam.
Here he comes, number 58. Von Miller gets Mike Rivers one more time.
You know what I'm saying? They can blame. They can blame Cam for it, but it's like first off, the left tackle gave Cam Newton time. He had time to step up in the pocket, but obviously Cam could not throw the ball because the receiver didn't get open. So he had to hold it a little longer than necessary. That's football. That's how it works. Your line, your front seven, front four, they apply pressure to make the quarterback uncomfortable. Then you will hope it will force him to rush a throw or make a mistake. This is a Hall of Fame defense in the Orange Crush Broncos. They're shutting the receivers down, which causes Cam to hold on to the ball a little longer because he doesn't have elite talent at the receiver position who can win those one-on-ones. It caused him to hold on to that ball a little long. Von Miller got the strip. Now, could he have dove on it? Yeah, but he didn't dive on it. But that's what I'm saying. You can't just blame Cam Newton for that entire thing. Because if the receiver had gotten open sooner, he could have gotten the ball delivered. If the left tackle or the right tackle at the time would have pancaked Von Miller, it wouldn't be no such thing as a strip. You know what I'm saying? So you could go with this blame game for so long. That's why I'm just like, I'm not really a fan of it, you know. But I understand both sides. I just don't like the personal digs at, you know, especially from Dan Orlovsky, because you never did nothing. Like you wasn't a shit as a quarterback. We remember what I remember it was so crazy. I remember when Dan Orlovsky became an analyst. I'm like, damn, he was trash at quarterback. I mean, I know he played in the NFL, but he ain't like, come on, let's look up Dan Orlovsky stats. And I ain't playing the NFL, so cool. But it's like, as a fan, let's just look up his stats. Like if I just wanted to, and that doesn't mean he can't speak on the topic, but it just be like you wasn't even average. You know what I'm saying? I can see if he was average. Like at least Trent Dilfer did something, but like your career NFL stats for Dan Orlovsky is 512 passing attempts, 298 completions, 58%, 15 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 3,000 passing yards. It's like you didn't really play because you weren't that good. You see what I'm saying? Not knocking him. I can't knock him because he still made it to the NFL, but you was a backup for 12 years. Cam Newton was a starter. You know what I'm saying? So that matters. Like when you talking shit, everybody know how it is. When anybody that played football, like who getting PT and who not getting PT. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't getting PT, you really can't say no. You're not getting on the field. It don't matter how much money you got, how happy you are that you're living out your dream as an NFL player. You're not getting on the field. You didn't even have a chance to get to a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, that's how I feel about this. But look, y'all, I'm about to get ready to get off this live, man. Everybody in here, if you're not subscribed to my page, go subscribe right now. I'm going to come back later. We're going to have some more stuff to talk about. So make sure y'all do that. And then I'll holler at y'all. Y'all stay a part of this RYF Rich YouTube fam. Make sure y'all go stream my music back there. It's my EP, Rich Law, Get Rich or Die Broke. And this is my album, Rich Law, Pippin in the Hall of Fame. Rich!